and we look forward for listening to them. Over to the Vasudev ji or Manu for giving an introduction about Dayal ji, about his way of life, and over to Vasudev ji.
I think more than me, our Manuji himself will be able to introduce Dayaji, who is his mentor. I will request Manuji to introduce himself and then tell something about Dayaji also before starting the presentation.
One more request for Manuji that the video can be on so that we'll see when he speaks. That would be very good for us to keep in record. Otherwise, it becomes only an audio track. So we would like to have a video on of his visual. And while the video is on, all the other people can mute as normally we follow it as such. Over to Manuji for introduction and taking us.
Thank you very much, and namaste to all. Especially, I'd like to thank Vasudev ji and the core members of the team who's given this opportunity to present in this on this occasion and speak a few words. And I was introduced to this group by our respected Lakshmi Didi and Sudhagar ji from our Kodunallur Vivekananda Vedic Vision Research Center. So I mention special respect for them. The same respect that was received from Vasudev ji when we were there at the Kanyakumari Center along with Shri Thayal sir. So it was a wonderful opportunity to be there along with Vasudev ji 2 days, and we discussed many topics during that time. So Shri Thayal sir, right now he's not in our call today. He is on his way to Kashi. So it's a 2 weeks journey. He'll be back on 17th. And that is the situation right now. So about Thayal sir's life, it is pretty much there in the write-up that has been shared among our group. It covers pretty much everything. His life started in the early stages as a very good athlete. He was a very good athlete in the beginning stages, in the school days and in the university days. He was into active sports, and he was into games like volleyball and all. And during that time, many Kerala level records were there in his name in middle distance running. But he could not continue that activities. Those activities he was put into the family business, which was the kayar industry business, which was prominent in the Alapi district of Kerala. So he was put into that and was actively involved in the business for over a decade or so. During this time, he was a master in that industry. In fact, he was into the export business. His business was flourishing very much. But some of the incidents that came in his life during that time diverted his profession. In fact, what he noticed was the kayar industry is based on the coconut trees, which is the Alapi district was the most rich in coconut trees and production. But during his time, what is noticed was that the production was decreasing on a larger scale. So, if the production of the coconut trees, as much as the leaves and the fruit, it was decreasing. So, using the fruit only, we can prepare the raw material for the coir industry. So that was decreasing. It was around 50 coconuts per year in full-fledged production from a single tree. but it was decreased to 300 to 200. So it was clearly visible that something is happening behind, but no one could explain what is happening. So he took up the challenge of studying this. He himself planted around 82 plants in his own land of 1.5 acres. He did everything that was directed by the agriculture department and the traditional knowledge. It was flourishing for the last first 4 years. It was very good, and people were visiting his farm from everywhere. After 4 years, uh, his coconut tree coconut trees were started to degrade one by one. He approached agriculture university and the local agriculture activists from the government. They suggested many things. One by one, he applied, but could not get any very good result. So within months time, all these 82 plants were destroyed, could not be recovered after that. So he started questioning, in his mind itself, questions raised: why this is happening? All the traditional knowledge, all the latest scientific knowledge, everything was applied within his limit. Even then, he could not the control the degeneration of all these plants.
கட் பண்ணி தைக்கிறவங்களுக்கு
So
பிரச்சனை
what
இல்லை.
is done is he himself started inquiring and
பேர் அடிப்பாங்கல்ல
studying
இங்கே
about, learning about
எல்லாம் பண்ணிக்கலாம்
what's happening in the
பேசுகிறவங்கள
soil.
ப்ளஸ் ஆகிங்கன்னு சொல்லி
So during that time, he
வேண்டாடா
in his search he was introduced to Sri Masunobu Fukuoka from Japan. He like started studying his material. Book was available at that time in English, not in Malayalam. So that was bought, and he studied the basics of his approach. He was inspired by that and started applying it in the soil. During the same time, he was introduced to Professor John C. Jacob, uh, then respected C.R.R. Varmaji, who followed the naturopathic teachings and application into the health of people. And Professor John C. Jacob was an exponent of ecology, and he used to give lectures and practical lessons for people, especially students, by taking them into the forest and then giving the class there itself. So Sri Dayalji was had attended a training, a coaching
யோசடா
within the forest area along with his children. So that was a revelation, like what was the importance of forest in the in controlling the natural ecosystem and providing natural resources to the entire community and in maintaining the balance of the nature. So he came back and then started the Vembanad Nature Club. Along with that, to learn more about forest, what he has tried in his own land of 1.5 acres, he has started converting it into a forest. It was very difficult because it's barren land in that part of Alapi. Nothing is there. It's only sandy soil. Even water will not remain. Even if it is raining, water will remain for half an hour and then it will drain. So it was very difficult at that time. But he started following Masanobu Fukuoka's methods, and initially, even though it was initially difficult, he started seeing the results after 1.5 years. So that built confidence in him, and he applied whatever knowledge that he could gather from John C. Jacob sir, then Masanobu Fukuoka's writings, then all the traditional knowledge applied, and it started converting it into natural forest. So it took some time. During this time, he learned that the problems of his coconut trees is not limited within uh, coconut trees. It's a problem for the entire agriculture sector. All the agriculture practices faces the same problem. So, with the help of the his mentors during that time, Professor John C. Jacob and C.R.R. Verma ji, he started learning in depth into the agriculture practices, what is wrong there, and what are the positives. So, he identified that the problems can be divided into two actually: the problems of the farming sector and problems of the farmers. Both are different, in fact. So it's not a simple solution. In-depth studying, learning, and research is required to recover from such a situation. So he was controlling the business at that time, which was flourishing. What he realized was it is not possible to continue this learning and his research parallelly. So what he did is he has reduced his business, the activities, so that he can survive with that. Along with that, he can spend time on the research of the agriculture sector. It was very extensive studies for over a decade. Then he could realize that uh, it is possible to solve the problem. What he has learned is like impurities in the land, in the soil, that is creating the problem. By without removing the impurities first, we cannot enrich the soil. So that was tried and practiced successfully, and that was the initial thing that is put forward. That is the theory that was put forward first by Sri Dayalji. Remove the impurities. Then he came to know about traditionally controlling the pH of the soil. It was calcium hydroxide that was applied during the time to reduce the pH of the soil. But from his experience, what he learned was the application of calcium hydroxide was damaging the soil organism. So he thought about the alternatives and how naturally this pH balancing is done. Came to know that it was calcium carbonate rather than calcium hydroxide, which is doing in a natural way. So he tried introducing calcium carbonate directly, and it was very successful. It was successful on a small scale, and it was very successful on a large scale as well. So he uh, started spreading this message across the farmers. Uh, whoever tried it, it was very successful. So he's got confidence from this. Uh, Remove the impurities and then apply, balance the pH. It was improving the production in the agriculture on a large scale. So this knowledge he can spread it by words, but it was not good enough. So he tried about the alternative path. So this course, for a course he has tried in the MG University, whether this knowledge can be uh, shared as an academic project, so that many people can reach out to it and get the knowledge directly from a university. So he approached MG University in 2009, and in 2 years' time, the university has approved this uh, sharing this knowledge as a course in MG University campus itself. So the certificate course in organic farming that started in 2011 as a certificate course, there are many significant uh, decisions that were taken once this course was introduced. The first thing is this course is open to uh, all people, irrespective of age limit and qualification. Those who are above 18 years and who knows reading and writing, they can join the course. So the course was initially was many people suspected its how it will convey the knowledge to people, especially farmers. Initially, the university people itself, university from the university registrar, Mr. Unni, M.R. Unni sir, he joined the course to learn more about this course and to question it. But once he attended the course and completed the course, he was convinced that this is very effective, and himself became a promoter of this course. This course is running successfully over these years. Now the 20th batch of this course is being uh, on run, and 50 seats are there for this course, which is classes are being offered only on Sundays. So this course is very successful, and university has approved a follow-up course for this, a diploma in organic farming. This three batches of diploma in organic farming has been completed, and after that, this was running successfully. This knowledge, this knowledge of applying this latest information along with the traditional knowledge was termed as new age agriculture. It was traditional knowledge along with the scientific knowledge of the latest pattern, and it is called new age agriculture. So this is the background about the academic courses that has been running in Mahatma Gandhi University. So along with that, the application of the agriculture methods was tried in the health sector as well. What is the root cause of the diseases? How it can be cured effectively without being repeated, coming again and again once it's cured. So same method, whatever he tried in agriculture sector was tried in the health sector as well. Remove the impurities, balance the pH, then apply the nutrition. So this method helped in curing many diseases which were considered to be incurable, especially the incurable disease, degenerative diseases like diabetes, psoriasis, skin problems, liver problems, all these uh, diseases which were considered to be incurable and continue the medication forever for a lifespan was able to control first. The controlling factor gave the confidence that it is curable. So for that, we need to provide what was identified by Sri Dayal sir was we need to provide appropriate nutrition for that. So he was in search for appropriate nutrition. What is the appropriate nutrition for human beings? So during this time, ecology as a science was applied in depth into this knowledge system, and by learning the basics and the advanced knowledge of the ecology, he has learned that the food that we consume today, it, it is good, partially good, but it is not appropriate for human beings, because human beings in the evolution cycle stands at the top. So the food that we consume also should be evolutionally at the top level. So at the evolution level, what he has identified, the food that human beings need to be consumed is from trees, that is the fruits. The end product of the trees is fruits. So fruits from an ever growing tree is the appropriate food for human beings, rather than the food that we consume today to to cure our diseases and to maintain a balanced health system. It is very important to have such appropriate food. So we need to have appropriate carbohydrate from foods, appropriate protein from food, and appropriate fat from food, along with other nutrition. So this was also
சாப்பிட்டு வரும் ரெண்டு
practiced
பிஸ்கெட்
and realized that it is very successful in maintaining a level of balance for the health, and it's very good in curing health. Now the people, even people from the medical uh, practitioners, they have realized that diabetes is curable now. They themselves are proclaiming that the
நான்
degenerative
ஒன்றும்
diseases
ஒன்றுமே
like
இல்லை நான் என்ன ஒன்று
psoriasis
என்னோட
and
வைப்ரேஷன் வந்தவொடனே அவங்க
diabetes is
மெடிசன்
curable.
ஆரம்பிச்சு
So this was the
அப்புறம்
background in the agriculture
கீழே
as
மேலே
well as
பார்க்காத அப்படியே பண்ணி மாதிரி போகணும்
the health sector. So this both these things are being practiced, and people have accepted it, and
டச் பண்ணுறேன்
for health segment, people from uh, all around the world right now is in contact with Sri Dayal sir for to change whatever diseases they have considered to be incurable for last 20 30 years. They are getting relief right now, and he's spreading that knowledge all over the world right now through the social media. uh, so realizing all this knowledge about the lifestyle, whatever people are experiencing right now, the need for a happiness program came into the mind of Sri Dayal sir, because everyone in this world, uh, they aim for happiness. Whatever we do, whatever we practice,
இவன் கொடுத்தான்
whatever
சங்கர் கொடுத்தான்
we
நான்
think,
சொல்கிறதுக்கு வெல் செட்டில் பண்ணுறதுக்கு
knowingly or unknowingly, it's directed, aiming towards achieving happiness in life.
ஒன்று
So
நான்
the
வீட்டுக்கு போகிற வரைக்கும் அவனுக்கு
similar
பசி
to
எடுக்குது
the
நான்
way
டீ
the
சாப்பிட்டுக்கிட்டே
agriculture was in the new knowledge in agriculture was introduced, and the new knowledge along with the
எப்போ
traditional
சாப்பிட்டா
knowledge,
என்னை எப்போ
the
கூட
latest
உனக்கு
scientific
தெரியாது
knowledge was blended and applied in both agriculture segment as well as the health segment. Both are successful, and giving very good relief and uh, production, in the sense that it's more productive in both those segments. He started or thought about applying the same in the field of happiness also. So for this, the MG University was approached to have an academic course
அப்படியே
in
அதுக்கப்புறம் என்னை
happiness.
ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிட்டாரு நான் ஒரு
It took
கிளாஸ் எடுத்து
4 years
போட்டிருந்தேன்ல
to get the approval
அவர்
from the
சொன்னார் ஒரு
university,
அன்னைக்கு
and
ஒன்று சொன்னார்
it was
மகேஷ்
approved as a course
ஸ்ரீதர் வந்து
during
என்னை
the
எங்கள்
COVID
கிளாஸில்
time.
சேர்த்துக்கோ இப்போ நம்ம கிளாஸுக்கு
Two
ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாரு அப்படின்னு
certificate
சொல்லிட்டு
course
போயிட்டாரு
was approved by the university, the
நான்
similar
மறந்துட்டேன்
to the certificate course in organic farming.
திரும்ப மறந்துடுவேன்
A
எல்லாத்தையும்
certificate course in art
திடீர்னு
of happiness was approved by the university, and it was started during the COVID time. This course was designed based on the science of ecology itself. Ecology is the base science which extends the cooperation among everything existing in the nature. So rather than getting or considering the definitions and methods followed all over the world about happiness, he started himself by defining the basics of happiness and ecology. He gave a new definition for ecology. He did not follow the happiness indexes that is practiced all over the world
நான்
for
ரெண்டு
happiness,
அடிப்பேன்
and
சொல்லி
the directives that could be
மெயின்டெனன்ஸ்
followed for
மெயின்டெனன்ஸ்
happiness.
போட்டு பில்லு இபி
A
பில்லு
new
போட்டு
approach
இந்த
based on the science of
எக்ஸ்பர்ட்
ecology
ஆனது ஹவுஸ் டு
was part
ஸ்பீக்
of the syllabus,
ஐசிட்டு வந்து ஸ்பீச்
and it is not limited to the science of ecology. Put forward or considers all the sciences which is learned or practiced about happiness, including psychology, psychiatry, modern medical science, Ayurveda, uh, knowledge from Vedas, philosophies from Eastern and Western world, um, latest knowledge about the happiness hormones. Uh, Everything was considered, and it is part of the course now
கீழே
being
வச்சுட்டு போய்
offered at
பாருங்க
MG University.
எங்க
So
எங்க
two batches of happiness courses been completed, uh, and it's very well
எனக்கு ஒரு
accepted.
கருத்து
The
தெரிவிக்கணும்
result is showing right now. one of the students who has completed this organic farming course and happiness course has started a happiness tourism center, which is the first happiness tourism center in the world in Kandalur near Munnar. It is in the initial stages. 2 years has been since it was initiated, but it's in a very good progress. Within 4 to 5 years, this project is about to be completed as visualized by Dayal sir. Its aim is to have a center where the Panchaphutas, the five elements of nature, it's in uplifted state. Like the food that we consume, it need to be cultivated within the happiness center. It needs to be in maximum and the state of fruits that is prepared by nature for us, not prepared by ourselves, but prepared and directly consumed from the nature itself. The maximum diversity of fruit plants, which gives appropriate carbohydrate, fat, and protein along with other nutrition. That is the food among the five Panchapudas. The water that we consume, it can be of the uplifted state rather than having the water directly from the nature. The water prepared by the plants, the water consumed by plants and providing it as a drinkable form. That is the ideal uh, water element for human beings, like fruits, fruit juices, and sugarcane juice. These are some of the examples, like uplifted water. And the sun energy, that is very much required because sun is the natural fundamental resource of everything in this planet Earth. So the sun energy that we get, it should not directly fall on our skin. It should fall on the trees. The leaves should convert it into energy, and then the sun energy that is reflected by the trees, that should follow. That should fall on our skin. That will be the ideal sun energy. That is the form of Agni. So, and about sound, it is the naturally rich sound created by the birds, the flowing water, the uh, sound elements created by the leaves of the trees are the natural sound that we should have. And about air, it should be rich in oxygen and all elements of oxygen, uh, because after ecology, the knowledge is that the oxygen emitted, that is by trees, are different, and the diversity of the oxygen that we get from different trees should be as rich as possible. So such an environment where we get the maximum diversity of oxygen is the ideal one for human beings. So blending all these elements into a single place, once we reach there itself, we'll start experiencing the nature and in a real sense, in its purity. So such a center is coming up in Kantallur. So if once this is successful, this model can be applied anywhere in the world, so that everyone can experience it and learn how this could be done, and reach a state where we are relaxed and more happy. So this is it's practical applicability of this or the success of this single course. So this is a model. All these three courses are itself a model, and this could be done anywhere in the world. So this is the current work. Along with that, to spread the knowledge, the LSR has planned for a school near Pathanamthitta in Kerala. That was started before the COVID time for kids, and that is running successfully. Now, knowledge from that school, he has realized that the education is not good enough for kids alone, and an education system for the grown-up people is very much required in uh, current society. So he started Vanaprastham for elders. It is a home study course. Whoever wants to gather knowledge and have a space, the school will go to the people and then teach them. So in 5 districts of Kerala, this Vanaprastham course is being conducted, and one such course was conducted in our Kodunallur Vivekananda Kendra Center. Uh, and along with that, to bring in transformation and good practice in our home units, our family should come together and flourish themselves. So for that, real knowledge or the practical knowledge that need to be applied in every family should be conveyed to the mothers,
Vachana.
those who those who can bring in new life into this earth, the mothers. They should be made aware that such knowledge is available. By planning it properly, we can have very good kids according to their will.
ஏதாவது பவர்
So
பாயிண்ட்
a
இருந்தாலும்
divine mother
ஒண்ணுமே
concept
இல்லாம இவன்
is
மொட்டையா
introduced
பேசிட்டு
now.
இருக்கான்.
This goes along with the Amrita Kudumba concept of our Vivekananda
எனக்கு நிறைய
Kendra.
நட்ஸ்
This
வேணும்.
is
அப்போ நான்
taken up
முதல்ல
by
ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
Lakshmi
கேட்கறது
Didi,
கேள்வி
and
தான்
the
கேட்குறேன்.
knowledge is being
சொல்லணும்,
spread
என் ஜாதகத்தெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு
all
சொல்லணும்.
around the world about the Amrita Kudumba. This divine mother concept goes
படத்தில்
along with that.
பார்த்துருக்கேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட்
Uh,
நைட்லேயே தான் நீ கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்குவேன்
and other than that, to promote,
அப்படியே இது
it was in the write up itself to promote agriculture in
ஆஃபீஸில்
the
வேலை
whole
பண்ணிட்டு
world,
இருப்பேன்.
and
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பல
spread
ஜாப்ஸ்
the
போயிட்டு
message. An initiative is being done in Kerala,
ஒரு இடத்துல நிலையா இருக்க
where
முடியாது. இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருப்பேன், ஆனால்
to
திடீர்னு
promote
இந்த மாதிரி ஃபீல் இருக்கும்.
organic farming, an award has been introduced,
ஏதாவது ஒரு
and
முக்கியமான ஒரு
right now
விஷயம்
the
அடிக்கடி
best
சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தாங்க.
organic practitioner in the state is awarded with 2
பெரிய
lakhs rupees, and
சிவஸ்தலத்தில் நீ வந்து ஒரு பெரிய
every
ஜாப்
farmer from
போகணும்.
the respective
அதுதான் உனக்கு
districts, they
பேசிட்டு
are getting uh,
சிவனுக்கு
50,000
பிடித்தமான ஒரு நீர்.
rupees for the best
அந்த
practice.
ஐப்பசி பௌர்ணமியில் பிறந்தவங்க
And other segments of the award includes for students, for aged people, for organizations, different types of farming like
ஆனால் நீ அது இதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு அங்கங்கே போய் மற்றதை போய் சாமி
terrace farming,
ஆனால் சிவன் வந்து உன்
like
மேலே
that.
ரொம்ப பாசமாக
And
இருக்காரு.
new innovations are also recognized, uh, uh, like new technologies, new methods of farming. Everything is recognized as an award. So these are the backgrounds about the algae's work. So to spread more knowledge and to have a very good platform, research is required going forward. Very to support all these things. Now it's evident that we can improve the things in these segments like agriculture, health, and education segment. A research center is very much in the requirement to achieve the happiness or the spread the world of spread the world about the concept of happiness. So as we all know, the happiness is within ourselves. Each one should seek happiness from within ourselves and try to get it and achieve it. So there is a way to achieve it. It is possible. Many people are not aware of. So to have a center and then spread this knowledge into the whole world, we need to have a research center for that, and a traditional knowledge spreading system should be there. So for this particular purpose, and to discuss about the possibilities, we have visited the Kendra and met Vasdevji 2 weeks back.
சார்ஜ் போட்டுருக்கான்.
So what Dayalji's what was there in Dayalji's mind if we can start a center with the with within the campus, or the responsibility, or the within the umbrella of our system of the Vivekananda Kendras, will be very appropriate, because uh, Vivekananda Kendra, as we all know, was recognized, and with the knowledge spreading message of Swami Vivekananda, the real knowledge need to be spread from, it should start from our country itself rather than from any other country. The knowledge system that we used to have in our country, the culture, uh, the latest scientific knowledge also should be spread from our country itself. It, it should start from our country itself. So it is very appropriate if we can start a learning center within the Kendra about happiness. The preliminary infrastructure, if we can provide the course and the knowledge spreading, as well as the research can be initiated. So it's a humble request to the whole community, as well as the core team, uh, to have a thought on this, and explore the possibilities of having such a center uh, with the umbrella of Vivekananda Kendra over it. So this is my humble request, and look forward to have more knowledge sharing, and your opinion about this whole system going forward. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Over to Madan.
Yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah.
Over to the members for reflection. Go ahead, sir.
Namaste, Manuji. It's a fantastic, knowledge sharing, and we learned quite a lot. Sorry for a personal request. I have diabetic, people in my extended family. So if Dayalji's contacts could be given, then they could possibly, contact him for particular guidance. Now, this idea of happiness center and doing research and spreading the knowledge from India to the whole world is actually the necessity of the time, because all kinds of things are happening all around. People, those who have the money, and those who have the ability to post and create things on the social media, they have taken over everything, and nobody is able to get actual, real, beneficial things. And what you said is very, very interesting, that as we are the most evolved species on Earth, our food also should be the most evolved thing. That is something very, very interesting. And probably some more research in this direction could be there. And there is one center in AIMS Kochi, Amita Hospital Kochi, that is called integrated medicine, where they're trying to combine, allopathy, homeopathy, Ayurveda, and other kinds of medicines. And probably those people will be very much interested in what Dayalji has given. So lots and lots of possibilities about this, and we like to take this forward, and lots of studies can be done. Thank you very much for your excellent presentation. Let others comment now.
Mukherjee, sir, please.
Yes, sir. Is my voice clear? Is it fine?
Yeah, clear.
All right. So, Manu sir, thank you. Thank you so much for the information. I was going through Green Signature, their website, the person who has created that happiness center. You said I was going through that. So, it is all good. Um, a request to Deoji, like Mr. Manu had said, it will be good if Kendra can set up anything on premise. I'll share an experience of mine, which would tell us why we need a physical center or physical place for these kind of activities. A couple of weeks ago, I was at an event held in Tenkasi where farmers were made to come in, and there were eminent people who were talking about how farming should be done and other best practices to be followed for cows and others. So during that event, I noticed that farmers have an Android phone. Over that Android phone, they can definitely watch YouTube and consume messages. However, along with the Android phone, they also have a piece of paper on which their phone number is written, which means they know just to operate the Android phone and attend phone calls, but the ability to consume, search and consume information on things like organic farming is limited. So if they find a place like Kendra where it's a trustable place where they can come and see, whatever we have in Kendra campus right now is an excellent thing, and same thing if it can be extended to this, it would definitely be a great addition to the farmers, sir, who are actually small farmers and who are yet to get into the mobile usage part. This would be a good one, sir. That's all. Thank you.
Manuji, you can elaborate on the preliminary infrastructure which you have for running the certificate course. Can you elaborate on it, please?
Kuttalam, incidentally, Manuji is also IT professional. 5 days IT, other 2 days he helps Dayalji. Correct, na, Manuji?
Definitely.
Yes, that is correct.
Because our Mukherjee, Kuttala Mukherjee also is IT professional. That's why I told you.
Yes, Basdevji, thank you. In fact, I was working with an IT-based company in the finance segment, and it was a US-based company, namely InvestNet, and I could get the opportunity to work in the US office for our company. But the firm, the company, the center which was associated directly was in Trivandrum, and I worked there for 17 years. And right now, I am fully associated with Shri Dayal sir, and coordinate the 3 courses along with Dayal sir in the MG University, and a faculty member there. So it's a very good honor and responsibility for me to associate it with such an very good as our members as directed. It's a big opportunity. The knowledge is there, the practical knowledge, rather than having the theory knowledge. The practical knowledge is there. If we can spread it into good research, we can control the agriculture. Not only control, get very good result from the agriculture segment, because the community as a cultural element, the agriculture as a culture segment, the maximum number of people associated with the agriculture segment, around 65 to 70% in the whole world. So if this knowledge can be spread to them using the social media and the new latest communication technologies, we can gather very good results from all over the world, and this will spread the message of peacefulness and the advancement of our humanity itself.
Yes.
And about the basic infrastructure that is required about the course. This course is now being offered to, even though no qualification is required, no age limit is there. The people who is being attended the course is from all segments in the society. Like doctors are there, engineers are there, research scholars are there, very good farmers with 30 to 35 years
இல்லைன்னா கவரை
experience
கொடுத்துட்டு இவங்க போய் அப்போலோவில் போய் வாங்கிட்டு
in their
வந்துடுறாங்க.
farming from different segments, and students who uh, are running their course right now are joining the course, because the course is being conducted only on Sundays. 20 for the certificate course, 20 days program is there. That is 20 Sundays. They will get introduction to the science of ecology along with the latest knowledge in the agriculture segment. So a classroom is good enough, and uh, the resource person, the advantage about this course is the
அதே
resource person who conducts this course, we can choose from anywhere from the world. That is the advantage. So who can bring in experts from outside the university, and even farmers are given with the opportunity to present their knowledge. Two classes are dedicated to farmers who have real experience. They will come and share their knowledge in the university for this camp, for this course.
கரெக்டாக 12 மணிக்கு வெளியே
So
வருவாங்க.
it's
கரெக்டாக
a big promotion for
பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட்
them.
செய்து ஒழிஞ்சிடும்.
They might not be having any
வெளியே வச்சுட்டு
basic qualification.
அப்படியே இது
They
வரைக்கும் போய்
not even
காட்டில் கீழே
10th or
இறங்கி அந்த
12th,
சைடில் போய்
but they have a rich knowledge which sometimes overpowers our scientists. So uh, this is the infrastructure: a basic classroom, and a coordinator is required for this. And all the faculty members can be brought in from the uh, nearby resources that is available to that center, and this model can be started anywhere in the world if we have such a facility. But the advantage is that the course is being conducted at campus, university campus itself, and the certificate is provided by the Mahatma Gandhi University. So for a person with a with limited academic qualifications from the farming background to get a chance to attend the course in a university campus and to get a certificate from the directly from the university, it's a big promotion for all these farmers. They can show it to anyone. See, I have a valid certificate from a university, and I'm still practicing it in my life.
இது நைட்டுக்கு உண்டானது
So
எப்படி சார்?
these are the basic facilities. Any other information required? Kindly let me know. I can elaborate on that.
Sure, sir. Please, if you can drop your phone number on the chat, it would be helpful, sir. We'll connect with you offline also.
Okay, sure.
Manuji, it was excellent. And before I speak, our heartfelt condolences to the hundreds of people who died because of the catastrophe in Wayanad. And you see, the point which I was trying to make, or I've been trying to think is, see, many a times it's the human intervention or human activity that causes these landslides. But things like this landslides and flash floods, it may have some other origin, that is the nature itself. So many times when thousands of people die of this such tragedies, catastrophes, we start wondering, is that all? I mean, we have a very, very limited span of life, and during that time, most of the time we are running around, and at the end of it, we just lay out, I mean, we just exit from this world. Is that it? You see, we have our culture is extremely rich in saying, yes, your life is limited, probably your resources are also limited, and even your intelligence or your so-called faculties are limited. But you can come out of it. In fact, in Kerala, this is the wonderful thing about Kerala is, last time when we had these floods, thousands of youth, without bothering about their caste, creed, religion, everybody jumped in to help the suffering. The same thing is happening at Wayanad also. In fact, this is one emotion, that is empathy and sympathy, which can take us to heights, I mean, lofty heights. And that's what our culture says. It says, yes, you are limited, but you are a human being capable of thought, capable of reason, capable of feelings. And these three things can wonderfully act on the environment, on the society, because at this time when we are observing the uh, all the TV channels, and most of the people, when they go and just talk to them, allow them to talk, the survivors, there appears to be a little relief. Why? Because the person who is interviewing is also feeling the pain of the person who is suffering. So, having said that, I feel that this particular thing can be used for our own growth, the human growth as such. But then, unfortunately, is it that we only react and respond when there is a tragedy? No. That's where Manuji and KL, your mentor, their efforts go on. That is, you have started these three courses, and which will be definitely useful to the concerned groups. And what Vasudevji was telling was, we are extremely interested in that art of happiness. So this art of happiness, as you rightly pointed out, it's within. But unfortunately, this within is not experienced or not felt, or we don't know how to look within. Why is it? Again, I take the example which you said, that why is it that the soil is not not productive? It's because of the impurities there. And similarly, we have lot of impurities. In fact, our culture says there are six impurities, Arishadvarkas, that is the six enemies, the anger, uh, infatuation, greed, jealousy, all these are actually impurities. And unless and until these impurities are removed, probably we'll not be able to see within. And your courses, we are very sure, will help many people. And as you rightly said, that such courses can be started anywhere in the world. And perhaps this is the need of the hour. As you rightly said, we need to know how to be happy with or without the resources, with or without nature's fury, with or without the environment that is going on. That is, we can help each other. This helping each other can be a wonderful activity as such. And my, in fact, there was one lady. I'd like to, if I may take 1 or 2 minutes. There's one lady with her granddaughter. She survived this, and what she said was something wonderful. She just took the hand of her grandchild and started running, and she didn't know where she was going. They entered a forest, and to their unpleasant surprise, there were three wild elephants there. And then suddenly, there was probably flash of thunder or whatever. She was able to recognize one elephant, which used to visit the tea estate in which she was working. So she told him in Malayalam, it seems, that please don't harm us. We are in deep trouble. We do not know where our relatives are. And it seems throughout the night, because this happened somewhere around 1:30, 2 o'clock, till 6:30 in the morning, all the three elephants, especially this elephant, were standing very nearby as if to guard this lady. Now it means what? The nature and its occupants, the living beings, are there to help us. Purity comes by removing these impurities from our mind. And I personally feel this is something wonderful that is teaching us. We may or may not be able to go there physically and help them. But I feel that we can, those people who are surviving, those people who are onlookers, can help each other by this sympathy, by this understanding, and by this knowledge that in this limited life, how can we become useful to ourselves as well as others. Thank you so much, Manuji. We look forward to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raghunandanji. That was inspiring. In fact,
Any other? Yes, sir.
to begin this social reformation, to uh, have everyone in the state of happiness, agriculture is taken as a tool for this whole activity, because until and unless we purify our annam, that is the five elements, uh, we cannot really start with this project. So that's why the work that is being started with agriculture. So we'll start removing the impurities, then balance the pH, then supply with the nutrition. That system will receive that nutrition fully and flourish from there. So that is the
Simulation மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு
basic
பயிற்சி
structure for
இருந்தா
these
சொல்றா
three courses, even for happiness
சாய்
as well. We need to, as rightly pointed out
simulation
about by Raghunandan ji, the impurities within our physical body as well as the mental body need to be removed first, then
affiliation
balance
மாதிரி
it, then
அப்பா
supply
ஒரு
with the appropriate
எடிஷன்ல
knowledge or
இருக்கு
nutrition.
சர்டிஃபிகேட் எல்லாத்தையும்
People
கொடுக்குறது
will receive it, and there are many cases this approach has been successful in these three fields: agriculture, health, as well as happiness. Thank you very much, Raghunandan ji, pointing out that.
Vasudev, you can have a final call and.
Thanks, Manuji. Very good presentation. Uh, the burden of the song is happiness comes through agriculture, because health also depends on agriculture. So for several years, I'm go on telling to the people that in my next janma, I want to be a farmer's son. But of course, I had two conditions to the God, that the farmer where I will take birth, he should not be too rich. Then I will not do the farming. I will only seeing it. At the same time, he should not be too poor also. So I should not have worry about the basic necessities. I hope my wish will be fulfilled in my next janma, because I always enjoy people seeing working in the field. And after your presentation, I also felt that way to happiness actually depends on health, and health depends on agriculture. Thanks for very good presentation. Now, I would like to inform the core group that next Sunday on 11th August, Shri Dipesh will talk on zero waste management. Today he was busy, that's why we asked Manuji to come. And on 18th August, Pankaj Agarwal will talk about refuse, reuse and recycle. Whatever he has told last time, he will try to elaborate it on 18th August. And then on 1st September, we have an Amol Phalke. As earlier we discussed about the sacred economics. So I was requesting Ajit Kanikar from Jnana Prabodhini, but he says he doesn't have time to read the entire book. But luckily this Amol Phalke, he has not only read the book, he has also met that American author. And so he has agreed to do the presentation on 1st of September. So in the coming 3 weeks we have people for our half an hour presentation. Now we can conclude with